first graders, it's time for science. And for science, we're learning all about habitats. Last week we learned, remember in our science plans, we learned what is a habitat. This week we're learning about oceans, okay? So we have our ocean animals there. Every other week you're gonna cut those little animals out and you're gonna glue them onto a picture of a scene you drew. So you're gonna draw grasslands and then glue the grassland animals. You're gonna draw a desert and glue the desert animals. And I'll show you how to do that every week. But this week's super easy cheesy lemon squeezy because you're just going to draw, you don't have to draw anything, excuse me, you're just gonna color the ocean page. You get to color this book, read this book with me, I'll read it to you and you can echo at home if you want to. It's not first grade level, so we're just gonna go ahead and read it all the way through. And then I do want you to listen to the video 2 or 3 times, okay? At least 2 times. 1 time, no. 2 times, yes, okay? So listen to it at least 2 or 3 times and then color the pages and color your ocean habitat coloring page. So pretty easy. All right, ocean animals. Many interesting animals live in the ocean. Ocean animals have adapted, it says adapted to be able to live in salty water. When an animal adapts, that means its body changes so that it can handle living in that place, okay? And maybe their grandma or their great-grandma or their great-great-great-grandma already adapted. So everybody in the family already has that kind of body that's perfect for living in that place. It's perfect for living in that environment. Their body's perfect for living in that habitat home. Some live in places where tides move in and out. The tide is the level of water, okay? The level of water that goes in and out. High tide means the water is coming very close to the beach. Low tide means the water is further out, okay? So at low tide, the rocks will be dry. At high tide, the water is going to cover up those rocks that you could walk on at the beach. You can't walk on them anymore because they're covered with water at high tide. Others live far from land in the open ocean. And it's not a normal booklet where we cut it because it was double-sided and we wanted to save paper. So it would have been like page 1 on the back of page 3 and all that. So we just kept it like a packet. Many of the animals that live in the ocean do not have a backbone. You have a backbone. It's called your spine. Go ahead and feel your spine. There you go. You feel that? These animals have hard shells. These animals wear their skeletons on the outside. Okay, you have a skeleton. If you feel your wrist and your fingers, those are your bones, but they're inside, and the skin is on the outside. Well, they have their skeleton on the outside, like a hard shell to protect their body. What does that make you think of? Does it kind of make you think of a turtle shell, right? But a turtle shell, that's the only part that protects it. The soft part of the turtle's body does not have the skeleton on the outside. So think of kind of like a turtle shell all over your whole body. The octopus has a soft body and no skeleton or shell at all. Completely soft. Thousands, not just hundreds, but thousands of different kinds of fish live in the ocean. Fish come in many colors, shapes, and sizes. Fish live near the shore. They live in the open ocean. Some even live on the bottom of the sea. Fish breathe with gills. Most fish are covered in scales and use fins to swim. The seahorse lives near the shore. The salmon lives in the open sea. There are 2 big groups of fish. Some fish have a skeleton of bone. Some fish have a skeleton of cartilage, okay? And go ahead and grab your nose. At the end of your nose, you can wiggle it back and forth, right? Move up higher on your nose and you feel hard bone, okay? And touch your ear. Your ear is all cartilage. Feel how bendy that is? But your finger has a hard bone, has many hard bones, and the joints help the bones to bend, right? The joints connect the different bones so it can bend. But your ears are all cartilage. The shark is made of all cartilage, so it can twist and move its body any way it wants, just like your ear can be bent up. I'm folding my ear up all weird right now. Can you fold your ear up all weird? So that's all cartilage, which makes the shark be able to swim and turn and do flippies and hunt really well because he can swim so well. Mammals on land breathe with lungs. Mammals in the ocean breathe with lungs too. They can stay underwater for a long time, but they must still come to the surface to breathe. Some ocean animals live near land. They may crawl out of the water part of the day. Some ocean mammals swim far out in the ocean, and we already learned what mammals are. Okay, remember, a mammal has comes from a mommy. It drinks mommy's milk. A mammal is not coming from an egg. Okay, that's a bird. Mammals, birds or turtles, things like that. Mammals grow in their mommy's tummy, and they don't come out of an egg. So they drink mommy's milk. They come from mommy's tummy. They're warm-blooded, which means their temperature stays the same. It doesn't go up and down a lot, okay? So we learned about mammals in one of our textbook anthology books a long time ago. Here we have a dolphin, a walrus, and a whale. I think that's the blue whale. Have you ever spent a day at the beach watching the birds? They fly out over the water. Some dive down into the ocean to catch food. Some rest on the rocks. Others run up and down the sandy beach. This is a gull. Gull is always hard for me to say. It's like right in your throat. Oh, it's like a weird voice box. Gull, seagull, and pelican. We have these in Fresno. Seagulls will go anywhere there is food to find in the trash, so they go everywhere. Most water birds have oily feathers and a layer of fat to keep them warm and dry. The oil repels the water. The oil makes them waterproof, and that fat keeps them nice and warm. Draw a bird on the beach. Draw a starfish near the shore. Draw a fish swimming in the kelp. This is kelp, seaweed. Draw a whale swimming in the open ocean. And my brother-in-law, my sister married, her husband is from Hawaii, and in Hawaii, of course, that's an island, and it's where it's all around the ocean. Okay, the ocean's all around the island, I should say, and they eat a lot of different things than we do. They eat a lot of fish, and they eat seaweed. So my kids' uncle, that's their uncle, my kid's uncle eats seaweed, so my kids eat seaweed. I don't really like it, but they roast it, and you can buy it roasted and salted, kind of like eating chips, and they eat seaweed. So, all right, draw a bird on the beach. Well, here's how I'm gonna draw my bird, okay? Maybe I'm gonna do it like gray. So draw a bird on the beach. So that's on the beach right here. I'm gonna try to draw little bird legs, and maybe I'll have the beak going this way. I'm gonna draw its body, and its little head, and a bird beak, and then I kind of go like this for feathers, and give it an eyeball. Okay. Draw a starfish near the shore. What color is a starfish? Orange. And it's just like a star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you find a starfish on the beach, they ask that you please throw it back in because it will die. It needs to stay in the water. Draw a fish swimming in the kelp. In the kelp? Okay, so this is underwater. Okay, so this is on the sand. This is near the shore, so in the water, close to the shore, and that is where you usually find starfish. And then this part here is underwater, so it's a little bit confusing. I think I do have a coloring pencil here. I'm going to color this blue because this is confusing me, okay? This is all underwater. You see how they did that? That's all underwater. Okay? That part's all like we're looking as if you could see through, okay? All that's underwater. Let's see if I have kind of a tan color. I do have brown. A little bit of a tan color. And we'll make that the beach. Let's see if we make that a little bit brown there. Okay. All right, so the fish, it says draw a fish swimming in the kelp. And the kelp is green. It's a plant. So you can go ahead and make that kelp green. They even sell it at Costco. Roasted seaweed, roasted and salted. So we're drawing fish. Let's see, what kind of fish are we gonna draw? I think I want to draw yellowfish. Do you think it's gonna show up very much? I don't know. I'm gonna try and see if it shows up very much. Because I really want a yellowfish. There's my fish. So I go like this. And I know Mrs. Montoya always shadows things. Okay, so remember how she taught you? Go around, outline it. Little mouth, and there's the nose. Okay. And I know she taught you to outline these two and then color it in, because you can kind of see the water through there right now. Mrs. White is not an art teacher. I outline that. She always has you outline, and it really makes your picture pop. Okay, and then you can go back and color that bird. I still want my bird to be gray. Oh, she's right. It does do a lot better that way. All right, go ahead and read that story again and color your ocean animals coloring page. Pay attention to the labels. It's not just coloring for fun. It has labels, names of the animals. All right, hope you had fun learning about ocean habitats. Bye-bye.